Hey up YouTube, Ryan Porter, the Yorkshire filmmaker, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my Canon 5D Mark IV. So I'm shooting this on the 5D Mark II today. So yeah, I went from the 2 to the 4. I've been shooting on this camera for over a year now, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown on this camera and what I like about the camera and what I don't like about the camera. But before all that, you know what's coming. Roll those titles. Boom! So yes, the Canon 5D Mark IV. Now this camera is absolutely amazing for so many reasons, but at the same time it's quite bad for other reasons. Now I'm going to start with all the pros from this camera. Now it shoots at an amazing 30 megapixels, which means I can take some amazing photos, blow them up, and the details don't get lost with the blowing up of the images. Now there's some amazing lenses that I use with this. I use the 85mm, the 50mm 1.4, and a 24-105mm lens, which is the one that you're watching me on now. So these are the three main workhorse lenses I use on this bad boy. It is just amazing, absolutely amazing. This camera, it can shoot 4K. Now that's a pro in itself because the 4K footage is absolutely amazing. Cons, it's a crop sensor, and the files are just absolutely huge. It's like at the moment I've got an 128GB card in, 4K setup, 29 minutes. 29 minutes is what it shoots at 4K, which is terrible really, because that's a 128GB memory card. Now 128GB memory cards aren't cheap, they're quite expensive cards. So your best bet is you're gonna have to go for a 256 or a 512 memory card to even get a decent amount of footage of 4K. Otherwise you've got to have two of these cards, which luckily I do have two 120GB cards, so I've got at least an hour footage. So if I have to shoot a music video in 4K, I've got more than enough. It is an amazing camera. Now the ISO is pretty decent as well, because it goes up to 3200, and I think it even goes up further than that. I think that's what I've capped it at, because I know that I'm never going to go higher than that. And the lowest is obviously 100, but you can get sort of a 50 on it. So, but you know, it's just absolutely amazing sort of camera. It's so light to use, especially when it's got a heavy lens on it, like the 24-105mm, which you call me lazy boy lens. And I'm going out shooting for shooting weddings. Definitely using this 100% is my main camera. I usually have my 85mm on this, or my 50mm to get portraits, and then I have my 24-105mm or my 70 to 300mm on my 5D Mark II, so that way I can literally get on my main portrait photos with this, especially when I'm stood at the altar and I'm trying to get photos of the bride and the groom seeing each other, talking to each other and all that. Then I have the 5D Mark II to just whip out, get a couple of shots of the family and stuff like that, and it's just absolutely amazing camera. So light, so easy to use. The grip is absolutely beautiful. One of the other best things about it is it takes two memory cards, so it takes a normal SD and it also takes a CF card. So you know, I think CF card is a little old-fashioned, so I'm still a bit unsure on why CF cards are used as much as they are, especially when CFast cards are out. CFast cards are the 1DX Mark II, and they also used in quite a lot of the newer Canon cameras, so I'm surprised that the Mark IV doesn't have that, but maybe Mark V in the future at some point, that'll be an upgrade to that. I was considering which cameras to get between these two. The one that I was looking at other than this was the 6D Mark II, I don't know if you remember that, about a year ago. And I went on to decide for this, and I think I made the correct choice. Personally, I've played about with the Mark II 6D, and don't get me wrong, it is a brilliant camera, absolutely amazing for taking photos, but I think this just had that extra little bit of an edge, especially for the shooting film and video. One of the drawbacks, and again, and I'm not sure why Canon decided to do it, is the 120 frames per second, which is actually 100 frames per second. Slow motion shooting only shoots at 720p. Now I do use it and I do upscale it, and you can tell very little if you're looking at it from the untrained eye. I could tell because I know that I've upscaled it from 720 to 1080. I'd never upscale it from 720 to 4K because I think that it just looks horrendous. But upscaling it from 720 to 1080 doesn't affect it too much. But in all honesty, it does shoot it really nice, especially with it being the way it is. But in all honesty, if I shoot anything in slow motion, I use this, my iPhone 8, because it does an amazing slow motion, and it's in 1080. So you know you can't go wrong, and you know you can get some amazing stuff from it. So yeah, this has been more of a bit of a recap on the 12 months video using a Canon 5D Mark IV. I enjoy it. It's a brilliant vlog camera. It's a brilliant camera for going out and doing photography. It's a brilliant camera for making music videos, which I do. Everything that you see on my page mostly uses the 5D Mark IV. I've got a dance recital that I'm filming in a couple of weeks' time, and this will be the main camera, whereas this will be like a second camera, getting a second shot, and then I use the Canon 100D as like a backup camera. For example, if this one fails, I know I've got a second shot that I can use. But it's very rare I actually use that because it's not even my camera, it's my partner's camera. So yeah, there's that. Now, I absolutely love using the couple of new lenses that I've bought, so I just use this as a little extra thing. So I've got the 85mm, which I showed you last week. Ooh, it's so good. I enjoy this. Absolutely beautiful. And then my 50mm 1.4, which again, so soft on the edges when you shoot at 1.4, but you know, it's absolutely amazing lens. This lens, I'm gonna have fun using this on music videos, especially getting sort of those dramatic shots. It beats me 1.8 that I had. So yeah, that's literally a couple of my new bits of gear that I've got. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you check out next week. My Back to Basics is going to be starting on the YouTube channel, which is the first episode is going to be on camera angles. So make sure you tune into that if you wanted to learn a little bit about camera angles. I've been Ryan Paul Troy. If you could flick that like button, that'd be amazing. If you could subscribe, that'd be absolutely awesome. And if you can hit that bell button so you know that you're not going to miss out on any of my episodes over the next coming months. I've been Ryan Paul Troy, the Yorkshire filmmaker, and I will see you in the next episode. Woo! Molly, come here. Good girl. Come here. It's Molly. Say hello, Molly. Hello, Molly. Where are you going? What are you doing? Go on. Go on. Bye.